So now that we're able to animate this, let me also have a look at something else which we haven't covered yet. Sometimes you want to navigate to a specific part on the page you're navigating to, marked with a hashtag at the end and then the anchor name of some element in your HTML code which has this anchor as an ID. Let me simulate this. For example, on the user added page here. Let's say we do have a div in there, and this div does have a height of 700 pixels, so that it needs us, or that it makes sure that we need to scroll. So we do have this height of this div, and below this div we got some extra data in a paragraph, and this paragraph has an ID of data, let's say. Now if I go to the edit page, I'm on it right now. You see here's data at the bottom. If I now enter hashtag data, the browser will automatically jump down there. That's the default browser behavior. Now, if we navigate in our application, we first also might want to be able to pass this extra data hash fragment here. And second, we want to simulate this behavior of jumping down there. Or maybe generally, we want to control where the page scrolls to once we navigate. So we can do this by first having a look at how we can pass this hash segment. So let's say when we click on user detail here, where we already passed the query params, we're now passing a third parameter here. And this third parameter is now the fragment we want to use. Now, since this is getting rather long here, I will quickly set up a script here and export my JavaScript object and store this in a separate property here in my variable, my data object. So here this shall be my link, let's say, and now here this simply is this JavaScript object from up here. So I can simply grab the whole object and enter it here, but now I'll simply restructure this to make it look nicer here so that it's easier to see or to understand what we're all passing with this object. So I'd say that looks much better, and then I can simply pass the link here. It is a dynamic binding in the end, so I can pass my property which represents this object. And for this to work, I need to make sure that here I use this route because I'm now inside this Vue instance. And with that I can now also pass my hash fragment. Now this simply is a string, for example, hashtag data. What this will do is that once I go back to my application to the user page here, and I select the user and click Edit User, we see hashtag data appended to the end. But what you also noticed is it doesn't scroll down there. But if I were to load this in a browser and come from another page, I should say, so if I first go to home and now enter this, you will see it does jump to the end. Now I want the same behavior with VueJS, because right now it doesn't. So you see how we can pass a hash fragment, but now in the next video we want to have a look at how we can control the scrolling behavior when we do navigate to another page.